Give.
I think that there are many advices to give, but I think the one is to don't be like many Swedish people. Don't be passive, be active. Like you said a bit, talk to people. Explain what you can do. Explain what you want to do. Explain and tell everybody that you meet in a very nice way that you are looking for a job. That is a one good thing to do, and that everybody can do. It's nothing you need something for. I think also, look, if you can get help, then try to get some help. And as you mentioned, Stödmatchning, we work with Kortavägen. About 70% of the people in Kortavägen get a job after the education. So if there is possible to go to an education and get help, that is a good way to do. If not, I think try to make other people know that you are looking for a job, and try to go where people are within that field that you want to work in, and explain to them that you want to work.
I will go here again from my own experience. When you are looking for a job, the first thing I think the most important, do your homework. So one can ask, what is the homework? Just let us take an example. You are looking for a job in Volvo. You dress yourself, you are educated like a mech, for example, you want to look for a job in Volvo. You go to the chief to look for a job. He asks you 2 questions about Volvo. You don't know anything about Volvo. It doesn't happen like that. Do your homework. It means stay home, read about Volvo Umeå, when it started, how many employees, what they do, how is the shift. Do some studies. Go and ask people who are already working there. Have information and look for the whole now. To convince the chief that you are the puzzle that is missing to make these things happen. I don't think that they will refuse you a job. So the first thing is to do your homework. You have to know what you are looking for. You have to know about the company where you are going. If is it a cleaning company, from a small company to a big, everything is on the net now. You start by reading first about the company. You know what they are doing. You know what's going on there. You know the problem, the goal. You know the stories about the company. You know when you sit down in front of the boss and you're telling him about his company better than himself, he's impressed. He said, how do you know that? He said, right, because I'm interested to work here. So 80% of chance is going to give you a job because this guy is good. So do your homework. Don't just go show yourself and say, oh, I'm looking for a job. They didn't give me a job. No, do your homework. Dress yourself nice. Put a nice smile in front of your face. Even when you are receiving a no, you say, okay, then think about it. I will come in 3 months. Maybe you have something for me. Don't give up. If you say no today, maybe there will be one guy will be subscribing for 1 year the next week. So if you still keeping on calling just to know how it's going on, they will give you a chance. You can even start like a stagiaire, practitioner. I want to practice because I'm interested. After 1 week, 2 weeks, they see now your skills. They will just give you maybe the chance for your skills. Maybe not for the CV, but for your skills. So that is the small tips I have to share with you. Thank you.
Som jag tänkte berätta, det är precis som du berättade. Man tappar inte hoppet och bara en vits. Om man knackar flera dörrar i slutändan, någon öppnar dörren. Den öppningen blir liv. Därför man ska inte tappa hoppet. Vi måste från början förstå att vi har lite svårare att ta oss till marknaden, det etniska svenskar. De som är acceptera istället för det arg och besviken, bara knacka flera dörrar. Någon öppnar i slutändan.
Tack så mycket. Om ni skulle vilja ge något råd till landsting och kommuner då, hur de kan jobba för att förändra den här strukturen som gör det väldigt svårt för personer som till exempel kanske har en annan bakgrund och komma in i arbetsmarknaden. Vad skulle man kunna göra då? För skillnaden är som sagt att enskilda företag, privata företag, småföretag är mycket duktigare på det här. Hur kan vi lära landsting och kommunerna att jobba på samma sätt? How can we make sure that Umeå kommun, the municipals and landstinget learn from the smaller companies and start to work like that? Do you have any comments on that?
The only thing is to shorten the way of taking a final decision. Take away like 90% of the time. Because it's not that difficult either for the commune or landsting. It's the same for a small company. We also have to take a decision, but we do it. That's the difference.
Yes.
En sak som vi måste veta om det är kommuner och landstinget, de två är politiskt styrda. Och det är politikerna som styr dem. Och det där var jätteviktigt för oss som kommer från andra länder, att vara politiskt aktiv. Inte bara välja aktiv, även delta och bli vald. Om det är 2 stycken som invandrare som kommer till sitta i kommunfullmäktige eller kommunens eller landstingsfullmäktige, det ändrar markant den här situationen och miljön på kommunen och landstinget än som bara etniska svenskar som sitter där. Därför jag rekommenderar, jag själv är aktiv politiskt, men jag rekommenderar verkligen bli aktiv. Antingen aktiv välja eller aktiv delta och bli vald.
So engage yourself into politics as well, because that is also a way to be able to contribute and also affect the situation on political levels, because it's the politicians that make the decisions as well. Thank you. And now, because we just have a couple of minutes left, I would like to give opportunity to the audience sitting here to ask questions to members of the panel up here. So we have a microphone that is going to be handed out. So if you have a question, you can just put your hand up like this, and Mike here will go and distribute the microphone.
I would like to ask a question as well.
Yes, welcome.
Please, if you want to ask a question, one of these guys will come to you and take your question to Anita. My question is this. I think my question goes to you. The purpose, because one thing that I know, I've been working for years, it's all good. But we have professionals, qualified professionals, doing the wrong thing. We have people driving buses with master degree on the wall. That is the extent that you've gone looking for a job. Most of them has done almost what Patrick said. You search for a job, tell them who you are, go for pickup. It doesn't help. Who do we turn to? From what you said earlier, you said something, networking. The network is the most important thing, and that I agree. If I will give an example with myself, I work in Volvo. I'm a technician. The job I'm doing in Volvo, well, it's not what I studied actually, but Volvo paid for my education to do electronics. After doing electronics for 2 years, at the end of it, you get a certificate that you have qualified. I applied for a job in the same Volvo that paid for my education. They didn't call me for interview. 1 year, 2 years. I went to work in another school as a cleaner. The headmistress saw me, the things I was doing there. I wasn't satisfied with cleaning, but I was helping them with the computers because that's what I am. I fixed the computers, I fixed everything, fixed everything in the office, I fixed all. The lady said, Miss, I think her name is Gunda Sandstrom. Anybody remember her? She said to me, Michael, what are you doing here? I said to her, I don't know, but I need the money. She said, no, you cannot be here. She picked up her phone and she called. She said, where have you applied? I said, I've applied everywhere that I could with my qualification. Even Volvo paid for my education. They paid 320,000 Swedish krona. That was what it cost for that 2 years. But they would not give me a job anyway. I applied. They didn't even call me for interview. She picked up the telephone. She called. When she called, she got somebody on the phone. The person said, who is this person? He said, I have a person here that is working with me that is not supposed to be here. What are we going to do about it? Before this man could give answer to her, he asked her, who are you? And the Gunda's answered, I'm a friend of Silva, the king's wife, of King of Sweden. They are classmates. It took 3 days. I went for an interview. It took another 2 days. I started working in Volvo. 28 February 1998. That's when I started my job. This thing has repeated with so many people. I understand what people are saying is all good on the outside. The reality is still the same. My question now is this. What advice, because I know this network is the main thing, can we use your name because you have network? If I apply, I know Mrs. Would that be okay? Probably, because we have a lot of people here driving buses with degrees, cleaning, driving taxi, and that is wrong. We even have a doctor that moved from Umeå. He had scholarship. He studied here. 2 of them. They studied here with scholarship. When they finished, there was no job. They went to Denmark. In Denmark, they got, in Denmark, if you have degree, you get permanent opposition and everything done. And in Sweden losing on that. It's Swedish money they studied. And now they're working in Denmark, sorry, not Norway, Denmark. And that is what I'm asking. This network, how do we go about it? Because we need it. Thank you.
I think that what your story is very, very common, unfortunately. There's so many people working with things that they are not educated to do. And I think that, as you said, as I said earlier, to try to be in places where people are who are looking for, who are in the same profession is one way, and maybe that doesn't help. Another way is, of course, to try to, as you did, ask someone who maybe can make a call or make this connection is a very good idea. And I think that something that you said earlier is very important, to be active. And I think the one thing that happens for many people is that they try and they fail. And they try and they fail. And they try and they fail and they give up. So I think that what I say many times in Kortavägen is that you will meet a lot of people that are not good. You meet companies who do not employ you, or they don't call you for an interview. Okay, then try another one. Okay, then try another one. So actually, it takes time to get a job. And that is the same for a Swedish, not exactly the same for a Swedish person, but it does take time. So normally I say, if you applied for 10 jobs, then apply for 10 more. And by just applying and sending your resume, it's not going to work very well. You maybe have to call them, like you said. Make a good resume, call them, try to ask some questions about the job, try to get in touch with someone there. Maybe, if you can, if it's possible, to get pratique or internship is extremely helpful. Because many people that come here, they have a very good CV and they work with many different things in the home country. But the Swedish employer, they don't know about these companies. They don't know if it's a company for 10 people or 10,000. So when you do praktik or internship in Sweden, they know, Arvita, I know her, or I know John, I know Sven, and they feel more comfortable to proceed. So praktik is actually an extremely good way to get a good reference, to get somebody to write a recommendation letter. So I agree with you, it is difficult, and I agree that it is hard, but it's not impossible. And as you noticed yourself, it does work sometimes, and I think that, so by using or get in touch with Swedish people then, and ask them for help, or other people that are working there, is a very good way.
Is there any other questions? You can just put your hand up if you want to ask something. Yeah? We have a question there? No, okay, you were putting your hand up. Any last questions before we end the panel discussion? Yeah.
Hello. It is a beautiful morning. My question goes to Mr. Patrick.
Phone a little bit closer to your...
It's on, I think. It's on, right? Yeah, all right. Mr. Patrick, my question goes to you, sir. You talked about the normal stuff. That's the day-to-day stuff, right? The figure room. You talked about the smiling. We've been smiling, man. Seriously, we've been smiling. And as you can see, our cheek here is tired. We're tired. We have to find something other than just smiling. There's another problem. We talk about the figure room. Most of the times in the figure room, they don't talk to us. A little bit in a way, it's a closed society. That's the truth. Because here in this house, you guys can bear me witness. We put so much energy in this country to look for a job. Extra effort. It's like more than effort to get a job in this country. You know that. Everybody knows that. So I think that we have to find a different method, a different criteria to go about this. Not just the smiling and the figure out. Thank you.
Thank you. I think you are on the same pathway as Mr. Michael, and she explained it very good. I have to go back again about the reference. Yes, you have been smiling. Good to smile. You should not stop, actually. You should continue smiling even if life is tough. You should continue laughing at the life, and the life is smile back. I talk about the first network is where you live. You know, about this thing, choosing people, not getting jobs. I'm sorry, but she agreed with me, Michael also. It's a system failure. Every system has its own failure. And we have to deal with it. How are we going to deal with it? By trying to building network about us. How many, if I ask you back, if you can come back, how many of your neighbors are you friends with? Your neighbor, just in the building, how many? Because in a building, I'm supposed that you have the Grundschule, you have the Urban, you have the Carlson. Do you know about that?
I used to live in a place called Stipendigrand.
Yes.
That's in Umeå.
Yes.
But now I live in a place called Spolgrand.
Yes.
So it's a little bit close, not that far away from each other. And in Stipendigrand, I think I had like 2 Swedish neighbors. They don't want to see me. I walk down the street, I walk down the stairs, they close their doors. How do I know them?
Write a letter.
I say hello, they don't respond to me. Yeah, so that's the problem that we have.
Write a letter. Write a letter. They're gonna read it. Write a letter, invite yourself. They're gonna read it.
Yeah, that's unfortunately not the only, that's a really common problem actually. Yes, you're welcome.
Sir, I want to say something regarding this. I pity that we haven't been treating you the way we should. I'm sorry for that, by my heart. Not every Swedish people are that open-hearted, but for sure you will notice, and I think you should realize that on your working space, that there are always, let's say that there are 10 people working there, or 5 or 15 people, 3 or 4 of them are more open, more easy to reach. Start with them. Start talking with them. We need to open up because we are living normally in a very dark and cold country, and you're coming from a different way of living that we are not used to. Some of us love it to meet people. My wife, for instance, and me also. but the thing is, I think you should really try to focus on the ones that you feel are more open-hearted, because everyone is not the same. We have the same in our company. Some of them are a little bit more shy, and there are still 6 or 7 people of them that are very open and very friendly, and they talk to anyone from any country because they've been trained to do that. So it's a way of, but it can be rough, but they want to meet you. We want to talk to you. We want to know about you. I'm sure. We don't want to close the door. We don't want to, but we are shy. It's a different way to do it.
My friend, I'm not done with you. I have to tell you a story that happened to me, 2002. It was my first apartment as a student, but in Paradise Grande. I was sharing that with a friend called Jean-Paul. He's from Ivory Coast. I think Michael knows him, Chidi, or some of them. So the first day when we moved, we decided to make, bula. It's a Swedish normal bula with coffee. It was a building Paradise Grande trade in Medalen. Some of you knows it. We wanted just to know the neighbors. It was like 4 floors building. So we make our bula 6:30 in the evening. We knew that everybody is in the apartment. So we took our bula with coffee, with glasses. We went in each apartment, started knocking. Nobody opened. First floor. The third floor, we were living in the 4th floor.